So we've seen quite a bit of Shane already, but we don't know very much about him. What else can you share about Shane that you're allowed to share?
Um, there's a lot more to him than on the surface, and he without giving you the whole thing away, like he is very much integral um in the wider conspiracy in terms of being a key piece of the puzzle to understanding what is going on and what his part in this all is and why he is doing what he's doing. So his big thing is what's he's motivated by. And
Okay.
that's something we slowly are finding out. And obviously, the Malik episode, there's that revelation with Dallas, and then the following episode, there's an even bigger revelation, and it just kind of builds. So he goes from being kind of the ringing per se, or the guy who just go, I want to come and hang out with you guys, and chase killers, to going like, oh shoot, there's a bigger reason here. There's why is he doing this?
Yeah, I figured there had to
Um,
be something, and I think that
yeah,
I'm going to guess that the people in charge of all that are letting him tag along for a reason because it didn't make sense. Like what the FBI who have this high security clearance are going to let this security guard just hang out with him,
right.
chase the bad guy. I know there has to be more.
Yeah, yeah, it is, and that was something that was real interesting to explore with characters like Odell and then Hassani. It's like, why the hell are they letting this dude tag along, And there's a teething process, and they're feeling him out, and Shane has to prove his mettle. And I think in the first like four episodes we see, oh, okay, there's a reason he's here. There's a reason they've kept him around. He's got all this skill set where he's been integral in finding some of these killers. He's come up with a
Right.
few ideas. So I think that definitely the writers have to justify why he was kept along for sure. Because
Right.
there were a lot of issues in the get-go, like why are they trusting this guy? Why are they? We were a prison
Yeah.
guard tagging along. But obviously his military background provides a necessary skill set, and he's the hammer of the
Okay.
group, whereas Sani is more of the scalpel and Bex is definitely the brains of the operation.
So, is there anything else that you're allowed to tell us about the upcoming episodes? Anything?
I'm a eh, there's some out the gate killers, man. Like you can tell, and it's very dark, obviously, and
Mhm.
and but you can tell that the writers had a bit of fun exploring how far they can push. Do you know what
Right.
I mean? Like,
Yeah, like
and it's
how
key.
weird or
Yeah,
how bad the killers were, how the different types of
yeah, yeah, and how novel some of the ideas are, and it kind of has to be because at the end of the day, it's just a TV show. It is a form of entertainment.
Mhm.
We're not trying to like preach anything specific. So you got to have that kind of fun and Shane is a game like he provides a lot of levity as well, which I think is necessary in a very dark environment. And a lot of the people that I know that are involved with criminals and mental health and death and all this kind of stuff have a very dark sense of humor. It's how they deal with the darkness of their day to day.
I was going to
So
ask you about the actor. I'm blanking on his name now. Um, Matt Frewer. Are we gonna see you interacting with him?
yes, yeah, we'll see more of that for sure. Absolutely. That
Uh,
relationship is a really interesting one to explore. And we will find out the truth behind all of that.
and he's pretty
Yeah. And
amazing
new
in
new
him.
character. He's great. Yeah, he's so good. And
Is
he's
he
so much fun
funny
to
in off the camera? Is he funny?
oh, he's hilarious. He's very silly and yeah, very witty. But also just a really lovely, generous guy and have a conversation with anyone. Yeah, just such a sweetheart. Yeah,
Great.
a lot of fun.
That's good. Yeah. When I was in college way back when, like 40 years ago, he starred in Max Headroom. I don't know if you're aware of that show.
Yeah.
It's was really
I've
out
learned
there
about it.
at the time. Yeah, you probably find it somewhere. It's
I did find it. I did a deep
oh, you
dive
did
and,
find it.
and went
Okay,
down the
good.
rabbit
Yeah.
hole. Yeah. I'm a
Yeah.
big Jeffrey Tambor fan as well, so that show
All
was
right.
awesome.
Yeah. And he was also in Eureka. He was really good in that. So those are my two favorite men.
Ah,
Actually, I forgot. He was also in a show called Doctor Doctor that lasted like a few episodes. But you probably doesn't want to
Doctor
hear about it.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's a
think I know
sitcom.
someone who was in that. I think there was
Could be.
an Australian guy in that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it could be. So when you were filming, so how is Shane different from the character that you played on La Brea, Lucas?
Um, I mean, very, very different. Lucas is definitely more of an antagonistic type character. He he's one of those. Again, he's a slow burn, so he had a big arc. Obviously over 3 seasons, he became someone very different towards the third
All
season.
right.
Um, so yeah, he was like I guess, an anti-hero in a sense. Like he had that transition from a bad guy, maybe not an anti-hero, but he had that, yeah, he switched. Whereas Shane kind of comes in as the good guy, and you learn more about like what's motivating him. So it's almost the opposite in a sense. Not that Shane will turn into an antagonist, or maybe he will, I don't
No,
know. But
no.
Shane's a lot more equipped and a lot calmer, way more reasonable. Um, he doesn't deal drugs.
Right. Yeah, Lucas had a lot of
So
baggage
yeah.
that Shane doesn't seem to
Lucas had a lot of
have.
baggage. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think Shane deals with his baggage in a very different way. And has obviously chosen military as an outlet and joined the military. And I think if Lucas joined the military, maybe he could have become somewhat, but Lucas went the other way. So,
Right, right.
um, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
very different.
So when you were filming, which other actors did you mostly hang out with on the set?
Well, there's the core five, and then within that, there's the three of us who kind of go on all the missions together. So I spent a lot of time with Patrick and Melissa, a lot of time. I love them both so much. They become, very, very close friends. And I've also become very close friends with Sarah and Nick. So, but definitely Patrick and Melissa, we were forced to spend the most time together.
Oh, what a
Um,
terrible
but
job.
I know. But as a unit, we hung out a lot, and I've been saying I'm not normally like a social person, but
Mhm.
it's the most social I've been on a job. And it
Oh,
was very
really?
important because, I'm away from a long way away from Australia and my home and my family and, my partner. So it was great to have these people, and they're such good people. Like it's very rare that you get five very good people
Mm.
that are actors on a show,
Okay.
you know?
No, I mean that's what I like best about this show is the actors. It's a great cast from the get-go because I was aware of almost all of you from other shows already, and I'm like, oh, this got to be good. So it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, very lucky.
I mean, the story is good. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, the actors is what
Yeah,
drew me in. Um,
absolutely. The ensemble's so important.
yeah. And now I've mostly seen you in drama and action adventure shows. Would you like to do more of those, or would you like to do like more comedy or other genres?
I actually do. Like comedy was always the thing I like the most. I do love comedy. I like dark comedy probably more than anything. But my like real passion is like indie film. Like I love independent film,
Okay.
and like I produced a bit and done a lot, especially back in New Zealand and in Australia, and developed my own stuff. So I like doing character stuff. Weird people, like people just fascinate me, and I say weird as a term of endearment because I consider
Right.
myself also a bit odd. So I don't know, I love people watching. I love trying to understand people, and you know, especially when people make snap judgments about somebody.
Mm.
I love to explore that and go, okay, well let's see
Mhm.
why they're the way that they are. Because it's just I think people's motivations fascinate me. So more character stuff is kind of what I'm interested in, and independent film is a real good opportunity to explore that. So and when you get interesting characters, you get great comedy. So even and most of it's incidental.
Right. Unintentional.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Well, have you heard anything about whether there's going to be another season or not?
I've heard nothing. I've
Uh,
heard nothing. So we just, hopefully enough people watch it, and
Fingers
and
crossed.
NBC can justify it. Yeah, fingers crossed.
All
It
right.
was a lot of fun.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me today, and hopefully see you again.
Yeah, thank you, Suzanne. Appreciate it.
Right.